Why we need silence. The extraordinary science behind why quietness heals the human brain, Part 1. Welcome back to Army. Right now, stop for just a moment. Listen carefully. Can you hear the sound of traffic outside? The hum of an air conditioner? A fan spinning above your head? People talking in another room? Perhaps birds singing somewhere in the distance. Or maybe, you think you hear nothing at all. But true silence is incredibly rare. In fact, scientists say that modern humans are surrounded by more artificial noise than at any other time in history. From the moment we wake up, our brains are flooded with sound. Alarm clocks, phone notifications, television, music, traffic, construction, conversations, computers. By the time we finally go to bed, our brains may have processed tens of thousands of different sounds. But here's a question most people never ask. What happens when all of those sounds disappear? Can silence actually change your brain? Can a quiet environment improve your memory, reduce stress, or even help grow new brain cells? It sounds unbelievable. Yet over the past 2 decades, neuroscientists have discovered something remarkable. Silence is not simply the absence of noise. It is an active biological experience, and the human brain responds to it in extraordinary ways. Today on Army, we'll explore one of the most overlooked subjects in modern science. Why do we need silence? What happens inside the brain when everything becomes quiet? And why might one of the most powerful tools for improving mental health cost absolutely nothing? Let's begin with an experiment. Imagine 2 identical rooms. In one room, soft background noise plays continuously. Nothing unpleasant, just the constant sound of machines quietly humming. In the second room, there is complete silence. Which room do you think allows the brain to recover more effectively? Many people assume the difference would be small, but scientists found something surprising. In 2013, researchers Imke Kirst and her colleagues at Duke University were studying how different sounds affected the brains of laboratory mice. The original purpose of the experiment wasn't to study silence at all. The researchers were investigating how various types of sound influenced the brain. The mice were exposed to white noise, classical music, natural sounds, and periods of complete silence. Then something unexpected happened. The periods of silence produced one of the most interesting results. The researchers observed increased development of new cells in the hippocampus, a brain region essential for learning and memory. This process is known as neurogenesis. Although scientists are still investigating how these findings apply to humans, the study opened an entirely new area of research. Perhaps silence is not simply nothing. Perhaps it provides conditions that allow the brain to recover and reorganize itself. Now, let's think about everyday life. Imagine you're trying to read an important book. Suddenly, your phone vibrates. A motorcycle passes outside. Someone begins talking nearby. A notification appears on your computer. Even if each interruption lasts only a few seconds, your attention shifts. Psychologists call this attention switching. Every time your attention changes, your brain must spend energy returning to the original task. Over an entire day, these tiny interruptions become surprisingly expensive. Researchers estimate that after certain interruptions, it may take several minutes to fully regain deep concentration. Multiply that by dozens of interruptions every day. Suddenly, hours of productive thinking quietly disappear. This is why many neuroscientists describe attention as one of the brain's most valuable resources. Silence protects that resource. It gives the brain permission to focus deeply without constantly reacting to new information. Another fascinating discovery involves stress. When we hear loud or unpredictable sounds, the brain rapidly evaluates them. Could that sound be dangerous? Should we pay attention? Even if the answer is no, the brain has already begun processing it. This automatic vigilance was extremely useful for our ancestors. Thousands of years ago, an unexpected sound in the forest might have signaled the approach of a predator. The individuals who reacted quickly were more likely to survive. Today, however, our environment has changed dramatically. Instead of wild animals, we hear car horns, sirens, construction equipment, television, electronic devices. The ancient survival systems inside the brain continue responding to these sounds, even when no real danger exists. Researchers have found that chronic exposure to excessive environmental noise may contribute to elevated stress levels, poorer sleep quality, and reduced cognitive performance. In other words, the brain was designed to respond to occasional danger, not constant noise. Perhaps that explains why so many people describe feeling mentally refreshed after spending time in a quiet forest, beside a peaceful lake, or walking through the mountains. Nature offers something modern cities often cannot: periods of genuine quiet. But another mystery remains. If silence is so beneficial, why do so many people feel uncomfortable when everything becomes quiet? Why do we instinctively reach for our phones, turn on the television, or play music the moment silence appears? The answer has less to do with our ears, and much more to do with the extraordinary activity happening inside the human brain. That's exactly where our journey continues. Today we've discovered that silence is far more than the absence of sound. It influences attention, stress, learning, and perhaps even the brain's ability to generate new neurons. But the most surprising discoveries are still ahead. In the next part, Army will explore why the brain becomes so active during quiet moments, what neuroscientists call the default mode network, and why silence may be one of the greatest tools for creativity ever discovered. I'll see you in the next chapter of our journey.